What's up, everyone? My name is RJ. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I am very excited. I have a 7-hour drive up to Atlanta, up to Exomotive, to pick up my brand new Exocet. Right now, I am headed over to my mom's house to go pick up the trailer and her to go and take the 7-hour drive up to Atlanta from here in Bradenton. So it's 1:30 in the morning right now. Now that I'm over at my mom's house, we have the trailer ready to pick up the Exocet and the SUV ready. So I'm gonna go inside, go grab my mom, get her ready to get going. So we'll be on the road. So we're at our first gas stop over in Ocala right now. So here's the trailer that we're gonna use. I think it's a 5x96, but the only thing I'm worried about is the center tire for the trike to make it fit. But we'll see if it fits when we get up there. We got about another, it's about 3:30 right now. So about another, we'll be there about 9 o'clock to about 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. So making good time. I'm up here in Atlanta at Exomotive, picking up my Exocet now. I'll do a little bit of a walk around. The color I chose was a Illusion Sour Apple with a gray bodywork. And I'm here with Kevin Patrick, the owner.
How's it going?
And he's going to do a little walk around of what we have here in the shop.
We've got a handful of Exocets here today. We'll start off here with this V8 powered, it's got an LS1 in it. And this is our Exocet race chassis. It's got the 9 Lives Racing wing on it. And we've also just installed the new different wheels we've got from JR Wheels. This is the Japan Racing JR19 in a 17x9 -20 offset. So this allows us to run a 255 R888 tire. It's got a T56 transmission. But aside from that, just a basic LS1 build. Always runs just very easy to drive, but with a lot of power. And then moving on over here, we've got a couple of other cars you might have seen around in other spots. Our orange Maxxis car that we built for the SEMA show a couple years ago for the Maxxis Tires booth. And that was used to debut their new, at the time, 245 series VR1s. This one just features a basic 1.6 liter out of a 1991 Miata. So this is kind of the slowest Exocet you can basically build. It's probably got 105 horsepower, but just very pure sports car, mechanical grip, street legal, very simple. And then very popular one, XP5. This was our first in-house V8 build, also immortalized in the Forza Motorsport 7 video game. It's got the 525 horsepower version of the LS3, managed by an MS3 Pro, T56 transmission, CTSV differential, currently running a NASCAR Car of Tomorrow wing with some 275 boogers on it. Another car that you might have seen from the video games is the Forza Horizon 4 Exocet Off-Road. This is featuring a 1999 Turbo NB swap over, plus the Paco Motorsports Off-Roadster kit. It's about 252 wheel horsepower, and is the one that we definitely fight over getting to drive to events all the time. It is just a hilarious car to drive both on and off-road, and has just, it's so fast for being something that's on max traction tires on the street. It's a fantastic car. We're extremely excited to be working with Microsoft and Forza on that for it to be in the game. And I definitely recommend you go and try it. You can put it up to about 800 horsepower, which is my favorite level of power for it.
Any traction issues at 800 horsepower?
Can be. A couple of other builds in the shop. This is actually XP8, the black car over here. This is a kind of a hybrid base and sport chassis that we built specifically for the film industry here in Georgia. The last couple of years we've started to rent out some of our cars to the film industry as camera vehicles. Because it's just a fantastic platform to allow these companies to basically bolt on as many cameras as they can to it. So a couple movies that we've recently done have had over $2 million worth of cameras on it. I find it hilarious that the first time you put on one of these camera bodies from Red or something like that, it literally is worth twice as much as the entire car is. So, we've kind of built this one as a very simple 1.8 liter. It's actually an automatic. This is the first automatic Exocet I think that we've ever built.
With the standard Miata automatic?
Yep, standard Miata automatic. So a little bit more wiring to deal with the other control modules, but overall a very simplistic build. And this one is just basically built to be a very stock driving kind of easy car to be set up to keep the camera as balanced as possible. But they've mounted, the arms on it and everything else for a standard car. Also over here we have XT6, which is our LFX build. Worked with V8 Roadsters on this to design the first LFX swap kit for the Exocet. So they've optimized the subframe locations for everything. We're very excited about the LFX just as an engine option because they've made so many millions of those out there. At this point they're almost as cheap as a used Miata motor, and they're putting out 2.5 to 3 times the power once you have them tuned. So very excited about this. This will certainly be one of our race car that you're going to see at a lot of track days coming up this year. And we're just kind of in the final throes of wiring, and we'll be installing safety items in the next couple months.
And you were telling me that you're trying to make this lighter than the stock power plant in the Miata.
Correct. It looks like just due to the weight of the engine and everything, since the Miata engine's an iron block, this is actually going to be, I think, within about 10 pounds under what a typical race Miata, just BP-based build would be.
So everything is now loaded. There's Mom. And everything is strapped down. Had to put the transmission tunnel in there and the rear gas cover in there, but pretty well strapped down, ready to go. And we'll see the paint in the actual sunlight. Hey guys, so it's the next day, and as you can see, I'm wearing some of the Exocet merch. I'm down here over at Manhammer Motorsports. Just got done dropping off the chassis. Got everything out of the box, but I'll show you it. So I chose on the body work to go with the gray. So I chose to go with the gray bodywork mixed with the green. Kind of figured that the gray was going to get covered over with vinyl anyways for sponsorship purposes and stuff. Got all transmission tunnels, went through everything already, double checked everything, and I got my donor car sitting here with 35,000 miles on it as of last year. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit through one of the options. So I didn't choose the front and rear wing. If you guys have any choice of actually choosing that option and you guys are planning on doing it, I would choose it. It doesn't come with mounts if you don't choose it, so at later time you can't just add it. But I have an idea to actually make it a little bit easier to mount it on there and a little bit more reliable for what I would need to use it for, because I'm going to do a lot of high downforce. I'm looking at doing front and rear wing and a different type of setup that a lot of other people do. I work in an aircraft manufacturing plant for military parts for military aircraft and applications. So, but I went with the Illusion Sour Apple and the silver gray bodywork, kind of like a Nardo gray. But just talked with David, the owner of Manhammer Motorsports, to see what the future plans are and everything. I'm kind of giving him a tight deadline of end of February, or sorry, end of January, which is only, right now it's January 13th. So he's only got a couple weeks. So, but, all right, so that's going to do it for us for today. So hit me up on the next one and subscribe, like, please, and see you in the next video. We'll get some progress going.